And we are back! Now, I kind of came back from, like, dragging all the fucking shopping in. I put my headset back on, and I've just been listening for, like, 2 minutes, and I'm not entirely sure why. I'm gonna shut up for a second, and you guys can listen to this. Listen to that shit. The soundscape of the Rathir Ocean, and, like, the creaking fucking boats and ropes and everything, and, like, the shouting in the background, it's so good! And I haven't noticed this anywhere else in the game, probably because music is pretty much everywhere else in the game, but I mean, we've been down in dungeons, there hasn't really been any atmospheric sounds, other than my footsteps sort of echoing in the distance and shit like that, but this is genuinely really, really good, and I'm not entirely sure how I haven't noticed this before. Rathir, you just get better and better and better and better. It's still my favorite location in the game. Other than maybe Bale. Bale was awesome. Oh, and everything the fucking Colossi had to offer, that was fucking good too. Dead Kell.
Elusive as a north wind, a phantom with a skull for a face and fins for feet. Every sailor yearns for the chance to face Dead Kell.
Why?
Hangmen go where they please, masters of the Frostbreak.
They clearly end everyone they come in within, come within like 80 fucking miles of. So why? Why does anyone want to go anywhere near them? Why is everyone so suicidal? Captain Bradigan.
I captured my first ship when I was no bigger than my papa's knee, and promptly crashed it into the dock.
Than his knee?
3 vessels with 1 wreck. It was then that I knew my destiny was to be a sailor. From
What's
that day
wrong
forward,
with you?
I spent my life on the water. 20 ships in 20 years. It must be some kind of record.
Who keeps letting you do this? Why aren't you in jail? How many people of your crew ended themselves here? Oh god. Okay, well after all that conversation about exactly what your passenger was supposed to come here to do, have you still not realized that I'm your passenger? Because you've not made the best of impression with 20 ships in 20 years. First thing I ever did, first day I was in charge of anything, I slammed it to the depths of hell. Yeah, this is gonna be a great journey now, isn't it? I'm your passenger. Help.
Well, tie me up and drag me under.
Okay, if that's what you want.
Finding Gallows End and killing Dead Kell.
Very forward, I see.
It's suicide. Really? Ask the others. Oh wait, you can't. But don't worry about them.
This is
like my mother
horrible.
said, don't weep for the fallen. Even if they could hear you, they wouldn't care.
Maybe they would, because you got literally everyone killed, lady. Maybe they want to drag you under as well. How are you still alive? What others?
The other applicants. Dead. All of them. All of the ones they found, that is. Plenty of others just vanished.
Oh, I thought you
One
meant
poor
everyone
fellow
in your
was found cut
crew.
into teeny tiny pieces. They needed a bucket to pull all of him from the surf. But don't you worry, we'll have a fine voyage.
Are you sure? Because I'd rather not be in a bucket. I mean, I don't think the bucket was the worst part about that. Probably the fact that I would be cut into fine little delicious cubes. That's not all that great either, but a bucket, man, my biggest fear in the whole world. Tell me about Dead
He's the
Kell.
worst of the worst. A villain who truly enjoys the pain he inflicts. He's a slippery one, though. Not even death can catch Dead Kell. I'd love to be the one to bring him in. Maybe then I'd finally get some respect.
Lady, you don't deserve it. In the fucking slightest. Mostly, I mean, for one, I mean, your career has been the worst thing ever. But the first thing I noticed is the fact you kinda look like how cartoon characters look after they get smashed in the face repeatedly with a frying pan. You look like what you would look like in fucking Tom and Jerry. How did this happen to you? What is wrong with your face? Why are you a cube? Why is it so perfectly flat? So many questions, never any answers. What is Gallows
It is
End?
the mysterious island fortress of Dead Kell and his crew. Why? Do you know how to get there? Because I have no idea. I was
What the
hoping
fuck
to
am I
figure it
doing?
out as we go, but I'm starting to wonder if that's a good idea.
No, it really isn't. Can I have anyone else, please? You're brave, you're a fool. I mean, you're kind of both. They sort of go together pretty damn well. Man, I'm so glad I saved the world before I decided to do this, because no one will be left to save the world after.
Luxury will get you nowhere, unless I've had too much to drink. Then I'm afraid to say I'll get you all sorts of strange places.
What does that even mean? How many strange places do you have on/in you? Because I'm not taking the ear. They might be fucking huge, but I don't think I'll fit. Ladies, do I need
Only
anything?
what you want with you in case of an emergency. There aren't many merchants where we're headed.
Oh, really? I thought we were gonna run into like a, I don't know what you'd call it, like a pirate free port or whatever the hell. If you know what I mean, like a port that is basically run by the pirates. And that was going to be one of the coolest places in the entire game, but no, we're not allowed happiness. Ugh. Who is Tari?
The first mate on the ground next to me. Words aren't his strength, although I'd be pressed to say what is exactly. I found him after I was forced to maroon my last first mate on a desert island.
He's good at handing notes to strangers.
Obsessed with me, probably because we had sex. A lot.
I've never heard anyone in this entire game to say that. I think that is the first time we have heard the word sex throughout this whole series. Except, you know, the 4,000 times that I said it. But, I mean, why? Why pick him? He's got no tongue. Surely that creates just a few fucking issues, or have you got enough tongue to make up for both of you? I guess I'm about to find out. You know where you're going?
I don't believe in navigation. I'd have to say no. Not at the moment.
I don't believe in navigation.
Once you've wrecked enough ships, you get the hang of it.
What? The hang of wrecking ships? No. No, thank you. I guess I'm ready to fucking die.
Vessel awaits. You'll find her both swift and seaworthy. Just don't go down into the hold. There's a leak down there. It's big. I'm predicting
exactly what I wanted.
Voyage. We might even get bored. Off we go then.
Lady, I'm surprised we haven't sunk before we even left. Fine. At least this little emo bastard is gonna finally get what he wants. Either he dies mid-journey, which would be great for him, or he gets to save the world again. So, pretty big positives, I think.
Of the Pirate King, who cut a blood-red wake from dark Rathir to Frostspring Sea, and Dead Kel was his name. With hangmen crew and bone-white flag, he sailed from gallows end. No solace for a sailor true when Dead Kel's ship came in.
Hey, buddy. This'll be fine, right? Oh, of course. Nothing is ever going to be fine. I thought maybe I'd be able to explore the ship for a while before it became nothingness. Where am I? Oh, I'm breathing. This is the most sound that's ever come out of Letharin. And it sounds horrible. That's us? And we did not deserve to save the world at all. Don't be dead. Oh, maybe that's not her. Maybe that's another random fucking Alpha that she has murderized. Of course, because she's never allowed to die. Ugh. Those crabs do not look like the crabs we have been dealing with so far. And I mean, Letharin, he's got a lot of crabs. Fuck out of here. Did you live? The fucking thing lived. Oh, I only ended you because I thought maybe I'd be able to loot you. Now I just feel like an absolute monster. What do we got going on over there? Who the hell are you? Where even am I, by the way? Captain Bradigan, and that would be my boy Tari. Is this not where we are? Jawbone, Dark Harbor, Great Vault Keep, Cafe Solace, that looks like. Scuttle Beach, Northern Coast, and the Ring of the Watcher. I'm currently nowhere, just so you know. Cannot fast travel off of the island of Gallows End. Excuse me? And how the hell do I get here? Why do we even want to go here if there's... Oh, this looks amazing, man. Hey, Captain.
Wow. I did not foresee such a horrendous disaster. Too bad.
Well then, I'm afraid to say, you're fucking brain dead.
In its right place? Most of the others were killed. It wasn't quick. I heard their cries in the fog.
Oh my
I couldn't do a
god.
thing.
You are mentally ill. What happened?
Hell. One moment there was nothing but open sea before us, and the next there he was.
Maybe warn me. The entire point is that I'm here to kill him.
The ship was asking for mercy, and Dead Cow granted her wish.
He just wanted a swift fucking death. To be fair, he did everyone a favor. We were gonna die much fucking in much worse ways if you were left to your own fucking devices. Where are we?
Gallows End, my friend. At least I think that's where we ended up.
I don't think so, because the game doesn't let me fast travel. I'm sorry for your loss.
No one is sorrier than I am.
Oh, you do give a shit.
Were my family. Traveling as I do, there aren't many opportunities for closeness. I found that on the Calamity. Found it, and...
Lady, you go through 20 ships for 20 fucking years of sailing.
Well, mostly.
You've known them for 3 weeks max. What happened to Tari?
Not sure exactly, but he's bleeding like a gutted fish. We're going to need to reach shore if we want to fetch help. We'll have to come
I mean, he
back
can
to
clearly
you.
write.
I wish there was another way.
Why don't we just make him write? Well, I guess we were just thrown through the entire fucking ocean. I highly doubt the paper survived if the ship didn't, but still, is the ship ruined?
Dear bless her. Like Mother always said,
Behind you
never
moron.
love anything, because all things end up dead. A wise woman, my mother, and very, very sad. The hull drifted off into an eastern cove, where it sank away completely. Only bubbles remain.
It's so weird to me how the word Lyria means something in almost every single fantasy world ever. It's so strange. Kingdoms of Amalur. Or in the world of Amalur, Lyria is a god. In the world of The Witcher, Lyria is a place. In Dragon Age, Lyria, Lyrium, most important thing in the entire fucking universe. It's weird, but I kind of really like it. I don't know what the word itself means. I remember Googling it quite recently because I thought the exact same thing. And then I remembered it's also in The Witcher, so it expands even more. Lyria, meaning... Oh, it just thinks it's a name. It technically means, like, music. Like lyre. Like the little stringed instrument or whatever the fuck. But that can't be its only meaning. It must be named a lyre for some fucking reason. It's just you and me now.
A more capable team, I can't imagine.
What about all those guys who are dead?
To the mainland
Oh yeah, they're dead.
Cavern, but it seems to be flooded and blocked by debris. I do carry some old kobold explosives in my pack, but I've never used one before. Well,
why do you
not
carry these
successfully.
around?
Are we there yet?
I guarantee you that is what blew up the fucking ship and not dead Kel. You're just lying through your fucking ass just to not look like a monster. What do we got here? Ooh, things I've never seen before. I think I've ever seen anything called K-Tree. The Magister's boat cloak. Okay. I am absolutely down. Similar to the oilskin coats Varani shipmasters wear. The tailor took the trouble of detailing this coat with intricate magic runes, stitching a spell of protection into the fabric. Thanks, I guess. I don't know why this is a thing, but I guess it is a thing, and I just gotta deal with that. Mate! My favorite, thank you. Ebony Frost, I don't know why I got so aggressive about the meat, but I'm definitely all for it. Can I talk to Tari, or is he going to be the most annoying thing in this entire DLC? I don't know, but, I mean, he basically already is. I thought he was only going to be like a one-time character. It was adorable for 2 seconds as like a little bit of comic relief because, haha, he's missing a body part. Hilarious. And then it was just going to be over? Wait, you're a sword and you call yourself a scepter? Wait, no, you can't be. Yeah, it is a scepter. It just looks fucking weird. Gem of Amplitude. This thing right here, which looks like a broken-ass chariot. Compendium number 1. I'd be very surprised if I don't already have compendium number 1, so I'm ignoring you forever. Should I try talking to Tari? Can I at least pickpocket Tari? Oh, Tari is a broken boy. We knew this, but I thought you'd at least be standing. Sorry for stomping on your face. That probably wasn't really helping you out on the road to recovery there, but I don't know, man. He's insatiable. Lethrune just loves pain, no matter what. The dude was already hurting quite a bit, though, buddy. You didn't really need to do that. Wow. Hello. This is a very beautiful area. I don't know why. It's basically just... Oh, no, not giant rats. I thought we were finally done with you forever. Assassin's boots. I don't even care anymore. They brought back giant rats and that has shattered my hopes and fucking dreams. Thanks for the rat meat, I guess. Just go away. You die in a single combination from my worst weapon. I don't give a shit about your existence. In fact, I wish you didn't exist very, very hard. And luckily, we can make that happen. Oh, are you doing the big boom? I'm not even over there. Don't jihad yet. Come on. She says, get back, as she stands up so very slowly.
Chin up.
You made me look at you at the worst time. I didn't even get to see Big Boom. If I'm gonna be a terrorist, I at least want to reap the fucking rewards. Man, they are so good at designing environments. I don't know how they had such god-tier art direction. But man, just a boat that is slammed through the cave ceiling like that and is basically intact in every other way. I love this. And just using, like, upturned pieces of hull as platforms and shit like that. It's just... Man, it's so Survey of Gallows End. It's so damn creative, and I don't know why, because I'm sure there's like a tons of RPGs that do this. But it's just, I don't know, every place feels unique, and this is like the best way of making this place feel unique. What the fuck are you? Survey of Gallows End. Fuck me, that's really big. Modus Mining Company. Man, they affect, like, literally everything in the entire world. Modus Mining Company, fuck me, what? Roparts? Roparts. If you want to skip this, please do feel free, because it feels like it's going to be loads of corporate bullshittery. Judok, lead excavator. While the island of Gallows End is obviously imbued with magic, there are no native minerals worth the trouble of mining. When our expedition first landed on the island, it was immediately obvious that it was filled with an abundance of natural resources. Upon further study, however, we found that the trees were rotten and the stone unbreakable. The mission's sorcerer found the root cause to be accursed magic. We traced it back to the source and are at the altar on top of a mountain, but we were unable to open the door. A door got in your way. You know those things that are supposed to open and let you through places? Yeah. Damn those fucking doors. Not all the terrifying monsters that completely fucking encompass this entire mountain. No, the doors are our greatest nemesis. The locals were of no help. Most of them have banded together and settled the southern coast, but they all seem to be trapped into some kind of religious zealotry, worshipping a god by the name of Akara. When we get back, is it going to be another fucking dragon? Because I am done with all the ancient dragons. One was enough, because they are so big. When we get back to Odessa, we will have our researcher investigate Akara further. There was, on the other hand, plenty to salvage. Not only had the Dverga settled here at one point, but many of their ships have washed ashore. The salvage should at least pay for this expedition, but it's not worth another trip back to collect the rest. We found a large harbour on the west side of the island. Dvergan construction. If perhaps one of the nearby islands proves fruitful, we could perhaps use these docks as a resupply point. You just used perhaps twice in one sentence. Why does that disgust me so much? It just felt so wrong. There is also a large Dvergan keep in the middle of the island, but it is in too much a state of disrepair to be useful. As for the tales of dead Kel, they seem to be false. We didn't run into him or any of his hanged men. There are a few fair Gota, however, but they are a little different than the ones we see back home. They seem to be held together by roots, similar to larger ones we've found all over the island. The wildlife of this island is quite dangerous. What looks like a rock from a distance ends up being a deadly root golem upon closer inspection. We lost 2 men to these creatures. Additionally, the caves and Dverga tunnels seem to be filled with scavs, which have already cost us 1 operation. It is my recommendation that this island be removed from consideration for any new operation. Except for me, because I'm an absolute idiot, and I love pain, apparently, but it seems like the game is bothering to give us new enemy types. I kinda would have loved to have been introduced to them, not in book form, and actually in, murder form, but no, I guess we didn't really get a choice. Where am I going? Ancient Lenache. I'm done with those. Give me the new enemies. Let me see the root boys. They actually sound awesome. Bundle of Emberwood. A bundle? Oh, that's what you meant by scav. I thought you just meant scavengers, as in people, as in pirates. But no, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. You were horrifying enough, and then you had the audacity to be hairy. How fucking dare you? Somehow that makes you so much worse. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know how you were living in harmony with these fucking tumorous cunts right here, but good for you, good for you. I'm glad diplomacy was possible. If the crabs can do it, why can't we? Why are my pubic lice smarter than I am? They've got their own fucking space program. No, I'm so sorry. I fucking hate my nuke balls. I need my shield up at all times, but I always feel so bad. I'm gonna get my lovely meteorite ready, or are you just gonna be one again? Oh, it's the ancient llshit. I don't know how tough they are at this point. We've had so many twists of fate that have just boost straight damage, so I get the feeling we could probably do it with one of these, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to check. Ooh, do you look different than normal? No, I thought maybe you looked a little bit more water nymphy. But no, you kind of look exactly the same as forever. It's another horrible hentai beast from hell with a really nice ass. I'm kidding. I mean, she pretty thick. Golden chalice, little bit of money, an impregnable talisman. A talisman will never be pregnant, which is so very sad. I want all my armor to be pregnant. Does that mean every other talisman is pregnable? I can jam my dick in there? I mean, it only makes sense. If it's not described as impregnable, then it must be, right? What have we got down here? That seems to lead to a completely different area. Man, I stand by it again. Let me try that again. It's proved to me once again that the DLC is just by far the most beautiful looking areas of the game. Except maybe Bale and parts of the plains. And you know what? Dalen Tarth was gorgeous too. You know what? The game has beauty all over the place. But this genuinely seems like some of the best yet. And I love that. I guess it's just because they had a whole new fucking budget from the game sales that they can fuck with. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad, because if this game didn't have its DLC, it might lose a few points with me, because I'm so in love with what we did in the Teeth of Naros. And I'm so excited to start whatever the hell we're doing over here.
I'm out of explosives.
Shut up.
So close. I can hear the waves on the sand. One of us is going to need to find some way to get us through this wall. And by someone, I mean you.
Lady, my fingers are explosive.
Or did I fail to mention that?
Yes, you did. Why are you a captain? How have you survived all this time? How did you get to shore? Probably something to do with Tari out there, and now we're abandoning him forever. Oh, aren't we just the loveliest people? What do we need?
Get us through this wall. Be creative.
My fingers. Why am I never allowed to use my magic?
No time to
Fine. I mean, I got those ember wood or whatever the fuck. That sounds like it probably explodes. And why am I just ripping meat out of this horrible pile of wooden diarrhea? Who's gonna eat this? Who am I giving this to? Why is this just a random, junk item we get now? Just meat on its own? That's a little suspicious. Alright, so you want me to swim, right? I mean, you wanna... Ugh. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, never mind. This game is no longer beautiful. That is fucking horrifying. As though if I never have to look at you ever again. Oh, for fuck's sake, I have to look at you all the time, don't I? Why does the ground have tumors? This is horrible. I don't like this place anymore. I'm a little bit freaked out by stuff like that. I think, I don't know where it stems from. I think there was this tree when I was a kid, and this forest I would play in. And it had this, it was fallen down. It was there for a very long time. I'm not actually sure how it was there for so long. Or maybe it traumatized me so very much that it just feels like it was there forever. And it was only there for 5 minutes. But this tree, it was like a fallen tree. Or maybe it was just at an angle that sort of came over. It was twisted and gross anyway. But it had this most disgusting, dripping, black ball of fungus underneath it. And it made me so fucking sick. And I have a thing for I don't even know what you would say. I'm not squeamish, because I can look at gore and I'm like, that's fine. Unless it's something to do with the eyes. That is also horrible. But just shit that looks a certain way. Because I'm also terrified of slugs. I don't really have many fears in this world, but slugs are absolutely one of them. In fact, slugs are pretty much all of them. So yeah, just things that kind of look that way make me absolutely shit. I am so afraid of all of that kind of thing. So yeah, I look at stuff like that, underneath the the horrible giant glowing barnacles. Not my thing. Don't want to go anywhere near that. Thank you. Fine, Prisma, great. I don't care. Leave me alone. I'm picking up fish as well. Am I gonna have to, like, feed an entire colony or something? Or is this all for, that one lady who needed me to bring her meat or whatever the fuck? And I've basically just been feeding all of our patrons rat for ages. Now I can feed her diarrhea meat and also fish? I mean, there's nothing actually wrong with the fish for once. I mean, there's no telling how long they've been stuck in that chest. They might be 75 years old or more, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Please tell me this is the only wall we need to go through, because I only fucking found 2. I like how she said get creative. So I just start doing exactly the same thing as she was doing. Absolute genius right there. I love the way this place is built. I just wish it had some unique music. This is music we've been hearing for like the entire game, and it's all new DLC. Could you not have brought Big Sexy Grant back? I'm sure they did. I'm sure like bosses in this area can have absolutely amazing tracks written for them. It's just a shame that they didn't really give any new ambient ones, as far as I can tell. I don't think I can even imagine what fresh air smells like anymore. We've been trapped down here for like at least 10 whole minutes. I know, terrifying, right? Which means all of it is just gonna, it's just gross, rotting crab smell. No one wants that. The amount of fucking dead shellfish that must be down here is obscene. The most dead shellfish I've ever seen. In fact, just look at those giant shells. Not only are they dead, they are also massive. I want nothing to do with that. Let's see what we got over here. Lovely Prismere longsword. And fuck all else. It was not worth coming here at all. Tome of Artifacts. I think we've already got that one, but I guess I should probably take it anyway. We got room right now. We've got a whole 24 more spaces, which I guarantee will be filled within the next fucking 10 minutes, because we're in a totally new DLC, and I'm just gonna want to fucking take everything this place has to offer. Could you not have just led me right back to where I need to be? It takes fucking forever. I can't believe none of my twists of fate gave me like a faster sprint or anything like that. Because there is a lot of walking around in this game. Like, so much of this game is just traveling. If they could have given me a mount, if they could have given me a faster sprint, or like another way of moving around as a mage or something, I would have fallen in love. Like, maybe they could have even given, like, warriors or whatever the fuck, or might-based builds, a mount, like a horse or something like that. Maybe they could have given finesse people just like a faster sprint, because they are finesse people. And then they could have given mages like me, like some badass kind of conjured skateboard, not skateboard, but just like something they could glide around on, right? Like a little Segway. That would have been absolutely glorious.
We survived! I didn't want to say anything in the cavern, but I was betting against us.
I know, right? I'm fucking shit.
Mother, always prepare for the worst, for it'll probably happen. There looks to be a settlement.
And then you happened, and she was right.
Let's see who's at home.
Alright then.
That
Where are you
village
going?
looks inviting. What
No,
with
it
starving
doesn't.
inhabitants and looming gallows. Perhaps someone there can help us.
We've already proven they're fucking cultists, or can't you fucking read either? Wow.